What up, what up, what up? We back. Like we never left. Oh, man. Welcome to the afternoon session, chat. The question is, what will that entail? Never fear. We are back. You gotta love that. So, you didn't miss anything. Oh man, it looks like you're right. Looking at the chart, you gotta love that, guys. So it looks like we have we're hanging out at this 269, 25,269 area, guys. So question's gonna be, is this a level of resistance here? Short would be in play here. Stop back above previous 5-minute candle high. That's the question. Kind of riding the momentum back to the downside because we've had pretty convincing downside selling pressure in the market here, chat. Trying a quick short here, to be honest. Let's see if we get follow through back to at least 249, up about 5 points. Want to see if we get more downside to kind of step in here. EMA rejection here, guys, right? So gotta be cautious here, right? But just saw the rejection, took the short right off the 14 EMA, trying to ride this thing down for at least 10 points. See the rejection, 260 area. Can we get a little bit more here? Kind of rejecting the 14 EMA. We'll see. Kind of choppy chop, but we've had a rejection here previous to this, so might take a few points here and then just kind of look for another entry. But saw the rejection off 269, guys, which in my opinion is bearish. Then you're retargeting. We're gonna range here, make no mistake about it. You got some room to the downside back to 230, so just being a little cautious. All right, there it is. There's over 10 points. You got to love that, guys. First winning trade there to kind of get the afternoon started. You got to love it. See if we can get a little bit more here. All right, so 13, 14 point. There it is. There you go. We'll take that, guys. Quick over 15 points to the downside. You got to love it. Drop a W in the chat. If you took the short call out there, we're rolling here. Make no mistake about it. It's 205. Got the first trade in for the afternoon. Got to love it. So saw the basic rejection right off the 14 EMA, guys. That kind of correlates with that open range candle low that's been kind of, or sorry, daily candle high that's been kind of hanging out there, right? 25,269. So if you took that short there, drop a W in the chat. Do me a solid, hit the like button, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. You gotta love that. And that's just basic trading. Right off the 14 EMA. Saw the rejection. stop was going to be back above previous candle's high here, chat, right? So you had a limited stop. Basically, if we were able to pop above 276, would have been out of the trade, would have been invalidated for me at that point. So gotta love that. This account now is we're up here $1,695, guys, almost $1,700. Gotta love that. We'll take it. Yeah, I was on a 15-minute chart, guys. 15-minute chart, EMA rejection. Pretty clean, right, to the downside. Pretty basic kind of setup there for a standard EMA rejection. 15-minute chart. You got some time on the current 15-minute candle, right? So there could be more downside in store here. We're gonna find out. Got to get to 1,000 likes here plus, guys. Let's get it rolling here. We get to 1,000 likes, make no mistake about it. Sounds like we have some Tradeify accounts to give away for the afternoon session. So have no fear, another giveaway is here. Got to get to 1,000 likes though, guys. Looks like currently right now we're at 243 likes. We got about 1,100 people tuned into the show. We're gonna start ramping up here pretty quickly. What's the second EMA you're looking at? Yeah, so I have 3 EMAs actually on the chart, 1450 and 200 EMA, so gotta love it. Dropping that again in the chat. Had it pinned this morning. That question comes up a lot, guys, so I'm just gonna pin it at the top of the chat so it'll be there. 14, 15, 200 EMA. So we'll see what else we can get here in the afternoon. Just had a pretty decent trade there, especially for the kind of price action that we've been dealing with, chat. Take what we can get. You gotta love when there's a nice like trade setup, kind of right, kind of start of the stream, kind of gets the mood set, especially in the afternoon. The bad thing about that is that you'll get people that tune into the stream late and they're wondering when's the next setup when you just took a setup already. So you gotta love it. I didn't raise you. We're still away. I stopped to say hey. Chris, yeah. So I don't know if you're looking for PW, but PW's not in the chat. So PW's out in Cali. That's actually me. I'm under obviously logged into his for the stream, guys. So I don't know if you're talking about PW or what. Tobias, I tuned in and you already in a trade. Perfect timing. You gotta love it. All right, so we're kind of ramping up here, guys. So the news that I was informed of is that it sounds like we have some Tradify accounts to give away. 40% off right now using the code PW chat. Make no mistake about it. Just called out a nice short trade there. Solid momentum kind of building up to the downside. 15-minute chart had a rejection, pretty clean. Now you're starting to get a bit of a pullback. Right, 15-minute chart. So keep in mind, if you did not rock out with me this morning, shame on you. Maybe you had to work or something like that, so I'm just giving you a hard time. But 25,269 is yesterday's daily candles high, guys. We've been having some kind of like resistance put in at that level. Been having a hard time kind of getting back above it most recently, right? But question's going to be at the moment, is this the kind of like a V-shaped recovery starting to form 15-minute chart, or headed back to the upside, or are we headed, or are we headed lower? That's the question. We had a previous 1 hour candle that closed bullish, guys, bullish pin bar after a doji candle that was bearish. So that, to me, you got to be a little bit concerned for shorts to kind of hang on to those shorts when you see that, right? So that's why if you see profit in front of you, might be a good idea to kind of take it off the table. However, we know today's Friday. And the question is going to be, who wants to hold NQ in the midst of a war going into the weekend? That's the question. That's the question, chat. German, DMONEY already got 3 payouts, but I just got into a 2-week losing streak. No matter what I do, to protect my funded account, but every eval I blow up no matter what. Yeah, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, you're gonna go through ups and downs and patches of wins and loses, and wins and losses, and you're gonna kind of feel like something's wrong, right? But the reality is, guys, there's waves. You're gonna go through waves in trading. You are gonna go through waves, make no mistake about it, chat. Meaning that you are gonna have some ups and downs. You're gonna have some, you're gonna feel like at some certain points you can't get, you're never wrong, right? You're gonna almost feel like you're never wrong because you're going through a winning streak, and then all of a sudden you go through a losing streak. And I'll put it like this, chat. The price action that we've been getting has not been the best price action, to be honest. If I wasn't streaming, I know PW says that all the time as well, guys. If we weren't streaming, like if I wasn't streaming Monday through Friday, chat, I would probably be done, right? I would have 1 or 2 trades and I would probably be done, chat, because the price action hasn't been ideal. I mean, look at the 15-minute chart. Look at all these crazy wicks up here, top and bottom on all these candles. I mean, that's not ideal price action, guys. Right? So you get a good trade or two, and then maybe you're done for the day, and then you're looking to come back the next day and try to capitalize again, because it's easy to get chopped when the market's not giving clear direction or not making up its mind as far as what it wants to do. So just kind of be mindful of that maybe, and I don't know what your specific reasoning is. Maybe you're oversizing, maybe you're not being patient. Who knows? But I'm just kind of sharing my insight, guys. And I've shared this multiple times. Don't think that you're not going to lose some accounts. I would probably kind of venture to say PW might have the stats on it that you might have basically, I wonder what the percentage is after payout of people blowing accounts, guys. I almost want to venture to kind of feel that it's higher than, right? Then it's probably a spike in blown accounts after you get that first payout. The reason why I say that is because a lot of times you're on cloud 9, so to speak, chat, right? And you're kind of like, oh man, I got it all figured out, right? I got it all figured out. And that's an appetite for disaster, chat. Thinking that you have it all figured out, and then all of a sudden you enter into a choppy market and the account's gone. So gotta love it. And I'm just keeping it real, guys. That's it. Somebody said Troy Troy Richard said if you ever get there. Yeah 90% of people will never get there, chat. And I know that sounds crazy. I would like to think that percentage has to be higher, kind of rocking out with the BDH. I've seen a ton of payouts. I get DMs all the time of people that are getting to payouts, guys. Nothing makes my day more than that, to be honest, from what I do on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, outside of trading, my daughter, my family, and all that stuff, right? But we're going to be dropping the link here, guys, to get ready for, obviously, the giveaway. So we do have some Tradify accounts to give away today. Obviously, only propfirms.com/giveaways, as always. But we need to get over 1,000 likes. Make no mistake about it. We got to get over 1,000 likes, guys, for the giveaway. So right now, we're currently sitting at 400 likes. We got 1,500 people tuned into the show. We got to hit 1,000 likes, guys. We've had 1,000 likes on the afternoon show for weeks on weeks on weeks. Obviously, this morning we had well over 2,000 likes, so the streak remains alive, right? So if we get over 1,000 likes, that'll put us over 3,000 likes for the day. Cray cray with Lil Ray Ray. And we'll do it. So there's the link. Denny just dropped the link in the chat multiple times, guys. So we can't have somebody saying that they don't see the link. So Denny just dropped it in the chat. You gotta love it. Onlypropfirms.com/giveaways, as always. Somebody said, "Pick me, bro." Oh man. So that's why, you know, I try to kind of keep it real, guys, right? And kind of, I don't want to paint a picture that's not realistic. You're going to have losing days. You're going to lose some accounts. I talk about this all the time. You're going to have red days. You might have red accounts. Maybe you're kind of spreading out your risks and not copy trading. And maybe, you know, maybe you're red on an account, but you're green on a few other accounts, right? It just depends on the price action, etc. I mean, right now, if you follow people on social media or you look at a lot of trade related content on X, you're going to start getting, the algorithm is going to start feeding you basically all these people that trade, right? And you'll see it, chat. There's people that's they're losing the shirt off their back right now. Make no mistake about it. So that's what I'm saying. This market has not been, this week has not been, or I'll say this, over the last few months, there has been a lot of people kind of struggling with this kind of market here, guys. I'm just being honest. So keep that in mind. Here we are again, kind of retesting the 14 EMA, 15-minute chart. So the question's going to be now, you know, do the bulls have enough kind of energy to take us basically above the previous candle's high of 275, or are we headed back to the downside here, guys? Clearly had a short already off of the 14 EMA. Saw some pretty interesting, kind of like a pretty clean rejection off of the EMA, guys. And you're kind of watching now to see if that continues, or do we flush or kind of pop those previous candles highs, to be honest. So I will be kind of looking out here to see if that rejection is going to remain and we head lower, right back down. Getting tight either way. So back above 275, you have to be semi-bullish, kind of popping the previous candle's high. This is a 15-minute chart we're looking at, chat. There's the pop there, previous candle high. You can kind of see how we're grinding on the 5-minute chart to the upside. Right, that's a little cleaner from that standpoint. 5-minute chart, you can kind of see the structure kind of building out. Like they want uppers towards 290 or higher, right? Finally kind of broke out. See how this 5-minute candle kind of plays. So if we get momentum kind of pushing here, we're headed back more than likely to the top of the range. 25,290. Or sorry, we're headed to the bottom of the opening range, guys. Sorry about that. 25,290, right? That would be like the next level. So we'll see how this plays out. Do you think learning in these types of markets now will help once they hopefully settle down and we get better price action? Yeah, I mean, if you're learning patience right now, right? I'll say that. I mean, I would have to think that if you're learning to be patient, because I can tell, chat. I've been streaming now for over 6 months, right? So I can probably kind of spit out some YouTube user IDs of some people that are not that patient. Because you know how I can tell, guys, when there are people saying when's the next setup, right? With like, if you literally take a trade and like less than a minute later somebody's saying when's the next setup. So that doesn't necessarily mean that you have a lot of patience, right? Maybe that's something you got to kind of work on. But yeah, I would say if you're able to kind of be patient in this type of environment that we've been in now, where you're getting choppy price action and, you know, long wicks on the top and the bottom of candles, guys, which is basically indecision and not real follow through on some of these moves, then I would say, yeah, once price is actually kind of moving pretty cleanly from a directional standpoint, yeah, I mean, I don't see how you could trade in, you know, would be worse. That's just my opinion, but kind of hanging out here above the 50 EMA, guys. 25,275. Momentum looks like they want higher highs, right? They want to push this thing back up. Look at the current 1 hour candle bottom wick. That's bullish, guys. That is bullish. $269. All right, so get some bullish kind of structure here. 1 hour chart's bullish. 4 hour chart is bullish at the moment as well. So if you want to align with the higher time frame, you're looking for longs, guys, off the 1 hour chart. Looking for more upside here towards maybe 290. Right now, obviously from a stop standpoint, you don't want us back below 269. So if you kind of notice on the 1 hour chart, you see how that's the area where we've kind of had some issues, right? We kind of try to push above it, come back below it, etc., right? So now we're kind of selling back off. So you need some follow through here to kind of pick up, but that bottom wick has already been put in. So maybe you kind of expect us to kind of range out here on the lower time frame and then kind of expand higher to the upside. That would be the thought process at the moment. Now, we know that we got about an hour and a half left before 4 o'clock and going into that market close. So you can't get married to one side of the market, meaning bullish or bearish, guys. But it's just a matter of right now, it looks like they're trying to kind of push us higher, right? So we'll have to see how this plays out. Crazy bottom wick on a 1 hour chart. Is that enough to kind of take us? We've already swiped the previous candle's high. Is that it for the upside, or are we going to kind of grind back up here towards 290? Remains to be seen. We're going to find out. You can kind of see how we had the breakout to the upside, retracement, breakout, higher high. Maybe we get some kind of retracement and then a breakout back towards 290. We've seen that multiple times today, guys. So get back above 280 level. Look out for this area up here, basically 300 or higher. This is what I'm seeing right now, right? Lower time frame. So kind of like a make or break area right now for the bulls, because the last time we were here, we had a rejection right back down. And we formed some kind of support at 240, like 245, and then we bounced right back up, right? So let's see how this plays out, guys. If you haven't already, head on over onlypropfirms.com/giveaways. We're going to do a giveaway if we get 1,000 likes on the stream today, guys. Make no mistake about it. Looks like we're climbing. We're at 18. Almost 1,800 people tuning into the show. It's only 2:27. We're going to ramp up here within the next 30 minutes. Typically, we get a pretty big kind of increase in viewership of the stream going into officially power hours. So it's Friday. We got accounts to give away. Tradeify. You got to love it. Use the code PW as always, guys, to get the best deal. And yeah, I mean, I would say that as long as we 15-minute chart, kind of like a line in the sand, is the 50 EMA. You need us back above 275 to be bullish, more upside. Had one trade already, guys. Called out right at to be honest, right at 2 o'clock. You got to love that. Took a short right off the rejection of the 14 and 50 EMA 15-minute chart. And now just being patient because we're just kind of hanging out right back at the 14 and 50 EMA. So you got about 50 seconds left on the current 15-minute candle. 30-minute candle has a long bottom wick and a higher high compared to the previous candle's high. Interesting day. Yeah, I know. How do you stop yourself from pushing the button with patience? Yeah, blowing accounts. Like, I'm just being real, blowing accounts. Realizing that, right? Because it's always hindsight, guys. Right? It's always hindsight in trading. You're like, oh, like if I only would have just been more patient and waited. But, you know, after you've blown enough accounts, guys, like kind of doing some of the same stuff over and over and you're sick of it, you get fed up with it, you tend to be a little bit more smarter, right? So that's just how it works. Kind of like some seesaw action back and forth. Right below the that 25,269. Got to be semi-bearish, guys, unless we can start popping previous candles highs. That's how you got to play this, right? So I would say above 275, you're bullish for more upside towards 300. If we can't get back above 275, you're looking for new lows to be put in. Well, you're looking for lows down here back to 240 or lower. So we're just kind of hanging out right, ironically, right below that daily candle level, chat. So got to be patient. And you can kind of see the structure that was put in. We had already had a higher high And so the question now is going to be, do we sell back off to the downside? 15-minute chart's looking a little weak here again. Got a flush McGush again, right back down, guys. Right back down. Losing a 14 EMA, so look out, 25,260, 14 EMA on a 5-minute chart. We get back below there, could be ready to re-challenge some of these lows down here. 25,000, like 240 or lower. Keep in mind that it is Friday, chat, and end of the week. Will that signify some kind of sell-off going into the close? We're gonna find out. We're going to drop a poll here, and we're going to see how you guys are feeling. So I would be keeping an eye out here as well, though, below 260 area, guys, right? You get a candle closure below there. Look out for 240, and then these levels down here, 220, 25,000, 220 area, to be honest. It's kind of rolling back over at the moment. Barcoding on the 15-minute chart. 30-minute chart, it is bearish, guys. We already tapped up the 14 EMA and we had a rejection, so that's bearish. That's not bullish at the moment here on the 15-minute or 30-minute chart. However, that does not mean that it'll be clean. You might get some knee-jerk reaction back and forth, kind of bouncing around, right? But that's technically bearish that we had that rejection off the EMA. So you would expect, if we're bearish, that we can't get back above 280, right? The previous candle's high, 30-minute chart. As long as we stay below 280, you have to be bearish. Because we've already had that, literally a tap of the 14, so you would expect price to kind of continue down back below 240. So we just been getting this nasty price action where the moves are kind of, maybe you'll get 15, 20 points and then they'll yoke it back the opposite direction. So probably smart to take it off the table if you have it from a profit standpoint, chat. Do you know if all the Apex evals now have the 30-day limit to pass? Yeah, they're all 30-day limit to pass. That's correct. That is correct. Dropping a poll in the chat. See how you guys are feeling out there. So having a little fun with the poll, guys. Up, down, or chop town. You gotta love it. Right now, bulls are having a hard time, so I'm leaning towards more downside, kind of stepping in here at the moment, guys, to be honest. But we're gonna find out. Market likes the knee jerk. Oh, yeah. All right. So where's your 200? Where's the, what do you mean? Where's the 200? Where's your 200 EMA on the 5-minute chart? 5-minute chart EMA, guys, is sitting here at 261. We're below it. So on the 5-minute chart. 25,000, like 262. Where's Big B? Oh, man. All right, so just kind of ranging here, guys. That's all that's happening. Back and forth price action at the moment. 41% feel like we're going down. You got 21% feel like we're going up, and you got Chop Town 38%. So the chat is a mixed bag, and it's pretty close between either going down or chop at the moment. So not a great, I guess, sentiment that we can kind of talk about, right? Because we're all kind of used to this kind of chop action, especially probably end of the week going into the weekend, and who wants to hold NQ going into the weekend. So you gotta love that, chat. But yeah, if you're just tuning into the stream, because I know we're gonna ramp up here, kind of getting ready for Power Hour officially. We do have some Tradeify accounts to give away. You're able to go over to onlyprofirms.com/giveaways and register as always. However, there is a caveat, chat. We got to hit 1,000 likes. Trying to do my part to help grow the channel. So do me a solid if you haven't already, guys. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Called out one trade I took already. Looks like we're kind of hanging out. We got 2,000 people tuned into the show. We're ramping up here, guys, as we get closer to Power Hour. But we need 1,000 likes. Got to keep the streak alive. So help me help you. You got to love that. Thank you, BDH and DMONEY. I'm up $3,000 on the week. I'm done. See you next week. Hey, nothing wrong with that. 3210. Market been choppy for so long that I don't even know how to trade the regular market. Yeah, he was like, what had happened was, yeah, it's been crazy. So the good thing is, trust me, you're not alone on that. I was kind of covering that earlier. I don't know if you were tuned into the stream, but I was mentioning that it's been a little chaotic, you know, a little cray with Lil Ray for the last few months, but especially over the last week, guys. You had a lot of chop action. So had a nice short off the 15-minute chart, and now we're just kind of barcoding right underneath that 25,269 area. Slim Beat 31, since listening to you, I averaged $300 to $500 per day. Thank you. Wow, that's cray, guys. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I'm happy that chat, nothing makes me feel better than knowing that people are getting payouts, kind of rocking out with the BDH, DMONEY, and PW. We appreciate it, guys. We don't take it for granted. Obviously, we're not a Sentinel service, right? We're not here to provide financial advice. We're not licensed to do that. But obviously, if you're, you know, I think the goal of the channel is to help add value to the space by trying our best to analyze what we're looking at on the charts and why we're taking some of these setups. So definitely cool to hear that people are getting payouts, people are making, are getting to the bag. So you got to love it. All right. So you're kind of grinding down, but the last time we did this, we had to pop right back up, guys, right? So see how you got all these lower lows? Or lower highs, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower low again. Another lower high. So if we're going to drop here, you don't want us back above 263 on the 5-minute chart, right? 264. You want more continuation down. But it's just kind of like we're got a high retracement, high retracement, high retracement, and then maybe another high. So let's see what happens. Kind of building up. It feel like on the higher time frame. Caesar, hey DMONEY, still rocking that Mercedes AMG. Just caught the video with PW. That thing is a beast. Thanks for all the wisdom, brother. Thanks for the $5 tip. Yeah, I still have obviously the G63, guys. So gotta love that. That would be a yes. All right, there's a downside, right? Couldn't get back above 263, guys. So yeah, I mean, you're leaning now. Yeah, I mean, this could be the start of the party, because we know that we're getting closer to that kind of like 3 o'clock hour. But keep in mind that we've had plenty of bounces from kind of like this area, right? So just be mindful, guys. But I do like the curl over kind of happening on the 15-minute chart to the downside. You're targeting down here towards 223 on a flush McGush here. You got 2 minutes and 38 seconds left on the current 15-minute candle. Finally getting some expansion down. But is it going to continue? That's the question. So it looks promising here, chat. So let's see if kind of get this continuation. Could not take out that previous candle high. This is another rejection off of the 14 and 50 EMA. Took the first short off of that level initially, right? So this is now, is this enough to flush this other low and get down here to like 225? There's 240 area. About a 30-point drop off that 33-point drop off the EMA. 15-minute chart. Getting ready to close here, guys. So is this the start now? All right, so now we've broken, kind of put in a lower low. 15-minute chart. Could not put in a higher high. So that's bearish, obviously, right? From a market structure standpoint, just a matter of, is it going to continue to the downside, right? Maybe price pushes up on the next 15-minute candle, form some kind of top wick towards 260 area, and then we flush for new lows below 200. So let's see how this plays out. Got about 38 seconds left. As far as the poll, we'll give it a few more minutes, guys. Get your votes in. Currently at the moment, 40% feel like we're going to chop going into the close. So you got to love that. That's always promising. Sitting at 815 likes. We got over 2,000 people tuned into the show. All right, new candle open up, guys. So your stop at this point would have to be back above previous candle high, right? 270. So you would kind of love like price to kind of push up, form some kind of top wick, and then kind of take off to the downside and break out for new lows. Here's the top wick trying to form, right? If this is the price action we're going to get, price pushes up. 270, you don't want us back above 270. And if you're kind of, you got the thought process that, hey, we're going to sell off going into the close, then you're bearish, right? You got a bearish EMA cross on a 15-minute chart as well. It will continue to fade down until 4 p.m. in the day, 25,200. Yeah, it could. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards at the moment, right? We're not breaking higher, guys. We're kind of, you know, so you're leaning towards shorts at the moment. You just want like a decent wick kind of put in 15-minute chart, and then we expand lower to the downside. So All right, so there's a push up, 15-minute chart. Uh, 5-minute chart had a, all right, 14 EMA sitting at 25,256 on the 5-minute chart. Got to be careful here though, because that could be kind of forming a double bottom, but definitely leaning towards shorts at the moment based off the 15-minute chart. Looks a little bit more promising for short, kind of like a continuation to the downside. This is your 30-minute candle, guys. Was not able to put in a higher high, closed below the previous daily candle level, 25,269. Kind of bouncing right now off the 50 EMA. So the question is going to be, is there kind of like enough momentum here to kind of flush this thing lower? So you're definitely looking, in my opinion, I'm not bullish at the moment, guys. I don't see the bullish momentum in the market, right? I see some bearish kind of price action. So see how this plays. There's a push up again, 15-minute chart. No, I'm not in a trade yet, guys. I'm basically kind of playing this out. I'll let you know if I'm in a trade. So I'm kind of watching here, trying to kind of measure this out for a short because so basically, if we pop 260, you're not feeling great about shorts because you want to see basically lower highs be put in and kind of continue to the downside. So I'm trying to see if we'll get a little bit more deeper retracement back up, and then you kind of short it, kind of going into that, 255 EMA area for a rejection, right? Because the 15-minute chart, you got all the way back to basically 270. Previous candles high, like 25,271. All right, so I'm going to try a short here, guys. I'm going to put my stop basically above the previous 15-minute candles high at 271. If it takes me out, that's fine. The account's green, so I'm going to trade this with one contract here, trying to target lower 200s. Entry was 246, guys. Kind of looking at the 15-minute chart, want continuation. If we don't get it, that's fine. Don't want to see this. Don't want to basically see the previous candle's high get broken on the 15-minute chart, guys. So if it gets up there above 270, like 271, then I'm going to be stopped out. That's fine. Still be green on the account. Not worried about it, to be honest. And potential kind of area of interest to the downside would be this box. So we'll let that kind of play out here, guys. We'll see if we get the rejection or not. Kind of waited for I wanted a stronger retracement, to be honest, and it kind of took a while. Now it's trying to push up. You know, that's just how it is in trading. So it is what it is. But this level down here, 25,204 would be the area of interest if they're going to flush McGush. So keep an eye on it. So I don't want that previous 15-minute candles high to get taken out, guys. And that's why my stop is placed where it is, right? The stop is literally placed at right above the previous candles high. And they're pushing now. This is the retrace. I'll be honest, this is the retracement that I wanted. I wanted a deeper kind of wick put in. I wanted like a deeper upper kind of like wick put in to try to ride it down. And it's happening now. You got to love that. Took forever. We do have some Tradeify accounts, guys. If we hit 1,000 likes, we're at 887 likes, guys. We got to get to 1,000. We got some Tradeify accounts. We got 2,200 people tuned into the show. Called out, obviously had a nice short at the beginning of the stream, and trying to see if we'll get more downside kind of continuation here. Price is kind of battling, so we're almost there. We're at 920 likes, chat. We got some Tradeify accounts we will give away. Onlyprofirms.com/giveaways was the link. We dropped that earlier, so you can't say we didn't tell you. If I don't like the price action, guys, I might close it a little early. Just trying to, you know, because it's kind of like it's giving you the push that I wanted for the retracement now. And I can always try to re-enter on the short if I kind of see the momentum kind of step in. So I definitely don't want it back above this 271 area, though. We've already rejected this area off the EMAs. We've had multiple touches up here. So I don't want it to get back to that level. And they're pushing this thing right now. Make no mistake about it, guys. Kind of going into that 1 hour candle close. So I'm not too fond of that. I can see on the 1 hour how we're kind of that bottom wick. So not the best entry. Like, I want to see bears step in pretty aggressively here. If we get above 260 on the 5-minute chart, guys, basically if we break 260, I'll probably be out. So I need to see the momentum kind of step in now, to be honest. Because you can see on the 5-minute chart how, right, those highs up there, I don't want it to break these previous 5-minute candle highs. That wouldn't be great. So breaks 260, I'm out. Let me bring this back down. Like these highs, right? If it starts breaking these highs, I'm out, guys. Not going to give it a ton of room. Don't want to see it back above that level. I want to see it kind of sell off now based off the 15-minute chart. Kind of rejection that we've already had off the EMA. And if they get the momentum going, I'm targeting lower 200. So pretty good risk reward trade, right? If I get stopped, I get stopped. That's fine. Saw the rejection, wanted to take the trade. Entry wasn't the best because it wanted a deeper retracement and kind of happened. Tried to give it some time, and it's funny because it kind of happened late. You got a deep retrace, you got a late retracement back up instead of kind of pushing up immediately and forming that top wick and then pushing down. So it is what it is, guys. We'll keep an eye on it. Keep in mind my stops at 260. This is what I'm kind of referring to here, guys, right? We saw the rejection on $15-minute chart. I don't want to give it that much room, so that's why I kind of adjusted that stop. And because I might have to re-enter up here higher towards 270, guys. I'm not going to give it 30 points, right? I'm not going to let it run 30 points on me in the negative. Down about 10 points right now. One contract, about 200 bucks down. We'll see what happens. Because if it starts popping previous 5-minute candles highs, looking to the left up here, I don't want to be short anymore, guys, because we're headed higher, right? So I don't want it back above like 260. And it's just kind of back and forth action right now. You get pretty close to the stop. Might get stopped here, to be honest. We'll find out. We're coming up to that 3 o'clock time. Finalize the poll. Oh, there's a stop. I'm going to get stopped here. So I'm going to close that out, guys. No follow through, right? So didn't get the kind of price action I wanted. Wanted the rejection. And my entry in hindsight is horrible, guys, right? So keep that in mind. I might have to re-enter for a short because we're getting the retracement now. Just be mindful of that. We got a heavier retracement than I initially wanted, right? So I wanted it to happen kind of like going into, we're getting at 3 o'clock basically. You gotta love that, but that's trading. So this might be the better entry now. Deeper retracement, right? 263, stop above 271, and you're kind of right, trying to see if it'll break to the downside for more selling pressure. All right, 3 o'clock, guys. Bears don't want us back above 271. We had a low put in down here already. Had a retracement to the kind of like 14 EMA right in the middle of the 2 EMAs. And then you would want more selling pressure back down to the downside. And glad I closed that short, guys, right? There it is. There's the pop. So let's see how let's see the reaction now, right? That's the question. What's the reaction? Just popped the previous 15-minute candles high. Actually, the last two 15-minute candles highs, guys. We just popped them. So short did not play out there. Close it out. Glad I did earlier, right? So earlier than later. And now we'll just kind of be patient. The account's still green. Still up $1,500, guys. And we'll kind of see if I can frame a setup, right? So had a winning trade, had a losing trade. It happens. All right, so we hit 1,000 likes. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and drop the names, guys, of the winners. of the Tradeify accounts. So make no fear, the giveaway is here. So keep an eye out here. We're going to be dropping those across top of the screen. So if you're one of the winners, congrats. You gotta love it. Somebody said nuts. Oh man, how do you enter the giveaway? Yeah, the giveaway's over, guys. We talked about it since 2 o'clock. You had our time to go on onlypropfirms.com/giveaways and register. We just gave away 5 accounts. You gotta love it. The caveat was just waiting for us to hit 1,000 likes. We hit 1,000 likes. We gave away the accounts. If you didn't win, chat, there's always next time. Don't be discouraged. You always get people that are very upset that they don't win. I get it. But we got almost 2,300 people tuned into the show right now, guys. And there will be more giveaways at some point. Don't you fear. So congrats to the winners. If you didn't win this time, there's always next time, chat. The global summary said you gotta love it. Yeah, you gotta love it. So right back down, put in a higher high, swipe the 2 previous candles highs, and now we're getting a rejection 15-minute chart. Tried a short, right, and got stopped, closed it out manually, but before it hit the stop because I didn't like the price action on the way back up. Didn't have the best entry because it should have been technically right off the EMA, guys, right, for an even tighter stop, but either way, would have got stopped out because we're back above 25,269, so which is that high from yesterday. Kind of playing out. And that's just trading, chat, right? You're gonna have some wins, you're gonna have some losses. Not every trade's gonna work out. I like that kind of like bearish rejection on this candle. That's what I was looking at. That 230 candle, pretty bearish rejection of the 14 EMA, and wanted like a retracement and then continuation down. And it didn't play. It didn't work. So the market has other plans. So uppers right now, guys, right? Top of this kind of W pattern at, so it seems, 281 or higher. And then you're kind of targeting maybe the top up here to 290, to be honest, right? That's looking a little bouncy here. Currently at the moment. Remains to be seen if that's short-lived or not, but you can kind of see that pattern kind of playing out. 281 is the top of that kind of like area. So let's see how this plays. Will you know, question's going to be, is this another rejection? No higher, basically no higher high being put in. Right back down on the 15-minute chart. Market kind of refused to put in a new low down there, right? So you would think that maybe uppers here. You had some kind of like a recovery kind of forming, and you get a pop up here to maybe 289. We're going to find out in a second. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, current 5-minute candle. We are officially in power hour, guys. It's Friday. Counts green. You got to love it. I think that's basically a major accomplishment when you got some crazy price action like we've kind of had today on and off. Hanging out above the 50 EMA 5-minute chart. I mean, I know myself, guys, if I was trading this Friday afternoon as a major institution, etc., I wouldn't necessarily want to have longs on, but who knows? We've seen crazier things, and there's still a lot of time left in this current 1 hour, guys. Keep that in mind, right? They can pop this thing to the upside, and then all of a sudden we get a flush going into 4 o'clock. So who knows? We'll find out. Previous 1 hour candle high sitting at 25,281. W is forming on the 5. I know. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I see it. I see the pattern there for sure. That's what I was kind of saying, right? 280 or higher based off that W pattern. Looks like it's trying to form. Kind of take out this high above 281. Definitely can see that. Oh, man. Well, we know how the chat voted. Pretty strong kind of vote saying that there's going to be some chop. I'm going to say buys when it's going up and sells when it's going down. Oh, man. Looks like a bear flag. Yeah, we'll see how this plays out, right? So, I mean, I wanted clearly shorts here, guys, initially, right? We got a deeper retracement, kind of bust through the EMAs. But if we can't take out 281, then we could be headed lower. I mean, that's just because that's that high up here that needs to get obviously taken before we head higher, right? This where my cursor is. That high needs to get taken, guys. This high right here needs to get taken out. So if we can't do it, then maybe we're headed back down. We just had a stronger retracement to the upside. 30-minute chart right at the 14 EMA as well, guys, right? You had, so this is, yeah, this is, there's a lot of strength right now kind of to the upside in this 30-minute candle, because you've had a lot of selling pressure. Bulls pushed it right back up, and then we're right at the 14. So if we pop 280, you're looking above 300 more than likely. So let's see how this plays, chat. All right, there's a 280 pop. So there's the longs kind of printing out here to the upside. $290 area would be an area of interest or higher, right? Just broke those previous candles highs, 5-minute chart, so that's obviously bullish. And you're looking for that 280 or 290 area push, guys, right? 15-minute chart looks the same, looks pretty bullish here for a long continuation up here to that 290, possibly 290 area, guys. Keep an eye out there, right? Momentum kind of stepped into the upside pretty drastically there, pretty quickly. Tried a quick long, was able to catch some of that, right? Don't know if that's going to be short-lived up towards that 290 area. All right, there it is. There it is, guys. There's the break. So I'm gonna chop that because we just hit that level, the opening range 290 level. We've had reactions from there multiple times, guys. Right. So pretty quick bounce off of that 280 up to 292. Quick 10-point bounce. Pretty much no drawdown on the bounce there. Took the quick trade and we'll look to see if we get more right on the break. So W pattern playing out, 5-minute chart. 15-minute chart did not want to flush lower. So start kind of looking at market structure and trying to map out a trade. And we had a pretty decent pop here to the upside, guys. But you said it was bearish 15 minutes ago. Back in, you don't just stay on one side of the market, man. If you're a momentum trader, you're supposed to pivot where the momentum is. And if they didn't drop price to the downside, then guess what? You should be looking for longs. Why? I don't always understand why there's confusion, guys. Like it's like some people get upset when you switch obviously I tried a short. We did not get the follow through. I literally got stopped out because there was bullish momentum in the market. So now you're upset because I took a long. Like I don't get that. like good luck if you think that you're gonna stick to one side of the market and that's how it has to be. Right? I tried a short. Actually, I took two shorts. The first short played out right at the open. Right, or right at the start of the stream, and then I took another short. We did not get follow through. I got stopped. I mean, look at the previous 15-minute candle that just closed. Why would you want to short this? We just took out all these candles highs up to the left. We literally talked about a W pattern being formed on the 5-minute chart, and it played out. I mean, that's trading, man. It's crazy. And I'm not being rude at all, guys. I'm being honest, right? If you're not always gonna get what you want to happen in the market does not have to happen, chat. Right? Because if it had to happen, you wouldn't even need. I wouldn't be here, right? Because I would be a billionaire somewhere sitting and not having to worry about it, right? So that's just trading 101. We're dealing with a market that you're not getting follow through on some of these moves. So your job as a trader is to pivot, and you're looking for momentum in the market and you're trying to trade that momentum. That's all that it is, man. So, I mean, if hopefully you understand that. I mean, but that's you're never gonna, if you're just one-sided and you won't pivot, good luck with that. Somebody said code PW. Yeah, I mean, guys, I I don't even want to harp on it too much because then it's like I'm kind of giving it too much attention. But it's always like strange when you hear that, when they're like, oh, 15 minutes ago you were bearish. Yeah, I'm bearish if the market is looking bearish, right? I mean, that's just what it is. If it changes, that's fine. I really don't care what direction, guys. That's where I think a lot of people, they don't understand that if you're a momentum trader, you don't really care if the market's bearish or bullish. You're trying to join the party in that direction. And if the trade is not working out, or it looks like there's opposite direction momentum kind of stepping into the market, you probably want to scrap that trade. And that's what I did. I scrapped the short because we had a pretty aggressive push right back up on this 15-minute candle, guys. I mean, I literally talked about it. I mean, like, I don't understand, like, you know, but to each his own. It is what it is. I think that's an intraday swing trading. Yeah. MJS, I think you're cute when you get mad. Oh man. I'm not mad, guys, or upset. The trade, I just took a winning trade, right? So like I'm fine. But I'm just trying to kind of paint a realistic picture out there. Maybe they're new to trading or something. I'm not sure, but you know, you're gonna. I'll put it like this: you're gonna have to pivot, man. You're gonna have to learn how to pivot if the momentum is kind of taking off without you in the opposite direction. So. Because if I'm not going to just keep shorting it to something that's clearly moving the opposite direction. That doesn't make sense. Look at the size of this 5-minute candle, guys, that just closed out. Right? Look at the size of that candle. Like, why would I want to short into that? So 22 points. We're inside of this box that we kind of talked about that could be a level of interest. I think also, chat, I have to make sure that people understand, like, these are levels that I had mapped out previously, right? That gray box. If bullish momentum kind of stepped into the market, that would be a level of interest, and we're inside of that box. So I think sometimes people kind of get caught up on one direction, and they're not kind of realizing that you need to know, like, what structure looks like when it's kind of agreeing with your thought process, and what it's not looking like, right? If it's not agreeing. So that's it. Code is PW. Go cry in the checkout page. Oh man. Henrietta, I know you. It looks like you changed your user ID, but I still remember your other one. So don't bother, but yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. Just short. Yeah. Well, I mean, we just hit the top of that box. 25,300. That was actually kind of like a level that we rejected before, guys, right? The last time. The reason why that level was kind of pointed out, we had a rejection here the last time we were up here. And that's why that was a level of interest. So I used the code I used code DMONEY and ordered some corn dogs. Well, code DMONEY did work. I can tell you that, because the only code we have is PW. So you gotta love it. Also, DMONEY, tell them about volume. It went up massively in the last 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, you could see it on the chart. You can see it on the chart. You can clearly see it on the chart, guys, that the momentum shifted to the upside. So if you haven't already, guys, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Appreciate the support. It's Friday. That's like 3 trades. Had 2 winning trades, a losing trade. Basically, You know, the losing trade was the first trade was a short right at actually 2 o'clock. Gotta love that. That was basically off the rejection of the 14 EMA guys right at 2 o'clock. And the reason why I went short a second time was because I was anticipating that this candle right here was gonna give us, after it closed out, more downside, right? And we just didn't get it, guys. We got to push right back up. We had basically a higher low put in, and then we had a pretty kind of rapid expansion right back up, right? It didn't hold the EMAs. I wanted it to hold the EMAs, close that trade out. And if you kind of measure this to the upside, guys, that was a 60-point kind of push to the upside. So, right, took some of that long on the way up. Got stopped out on the short, tried to anticipate that. It didn't play, which happens, right? Because nothing's 100%, and then caught some of the long. So that's basically the trade recap for the 3 trades. And I try my best, even when I'm in a setup, guys, to kind of talk through what I'm looking for and why and when the trade would be invalid for me. And I'm like overly sure that I did that as well, right? On that second attempt for a short, literally kind of talked through why, you know, I didn't like it, right? I didn't want to see it basically breaking previous candles highs on the 5-minute chart. Once that started happening, that was it was off to the races, to be honest. Once it broke that 262 area, it was off to the races. So kind of hanging out right now, 25,300. Back inside of the opening range, wouldn't it? It's only right, chat, that we're able to kind of get back inside of that opening range. Doesn't it feel great that we are back inside of the 15-minute ORB? You gotta love that. That is just fantastic. See how we're kind of grinding here. High retracement push, high right retracement push. Question now is, can we get above this 300 level with momentum and kind of head higher towards 369, or is that it for the bulls? Getting that short that he wanted in just a bit, maybe. Because we're getting closer to market close, guys, and that's the thing, right? So a lot of time, you know, is this just simply kind of like a push initially, kind of first 30 minutes or so, and then all of a sudden now you get bearish momentum kind of stepping in to take us lower, going into the market close? That's possible, right? Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Would not surprise me one bit, guys. This is the area that so now let's do this, chat. Let's take off. Let's kind of do this just for context. Because you can kind of map this out. This is the range that we've been stuck in, to be honest. Since about 12 o'clock, chat. So this is the top of the range. So if you're feeling frisky, you could attempt to short the top of the range, stop above 300, let it ride. See if you get a flush McGush to the downside. But that's basically what this is, guys. We've been ranging. So we've been stuck in a range that is approximately 80 points. And we will see what happens. Not my style. Yeah, that's the thing. Right. So, yeah, and I'm not saying that you have to just automatically get short here, guys, but I'm literally saying that we're stuck in the 80-point range and we're at the top of the range. Typically, right, when you're in a range, you short the top of the range, you buy the bottom of the range. It's Friday going into the end of the week. We know we got a war going on. Who's gonna really want to hold NQ going into that? I don't think a lot of people. So, just kind of throwing that out there. And keep in mind, chat, that no position is also a position. So there's nothing wrong with not taking a setup as well. Oh, man. Somebody said another buy entry coming in. Yeah, it could. 15-minute chart. I mean, we need to get above 300, right? If we can pop this 300 level, then like this upper kind of like 25,303, then you're looking for more upside. 15-minute chart's having a bit of a hard time right now, but it's getting close to 330, chat. A lot of bullish momentum on the current 30-minute candle. Right, so that candle obviously is bullish. 30-minute chart, 1-hour chart right now is bullish. 4-hour chart as well is bullish at the moment. But we are stuck inside of an 80-point range right now. The rip is coming. Yeah, it could. Broke the rejection level at 302 and filled the fair value gap on the yes. Should go higher. Yeah. Yeah, I don't use fair value gaps. Nothing against anybody that does. I've said that multiple times. But, you know, I guess the question is going to be who's kind of anticipating who's going to win this battle, I guess, going into the close, guys, the Bulls or the Bears? That's the question. Not surprised of this kind of sell-off back down so far. No top wick on the current 5-minute candle. From the top of that range, guys. To be honest, not surprised at all. The reason why I'm not surprised, guys, is that it's kind of one of those things where it's like, okay, well, less than 30 minutes left. Previous 1-hour candle was bearish. This is your 30-minute candle retracement. Now, the current 30-minute candle does not have a top wick, chat. So just be mindful of that. This could be just a retracement down to kind of push higher, right? You got to let price action kind of dictate. If you see us closing back below the 14 EMA, 14 and 50, 25,270, that's semi-bearish. Could be headed back to the bottom of this this range, this 80-point range. If we pop out above 303, you would be looking for probably 369, towards 369, guys. having a bit of a hard time. This look to the left here, guys. See on the 5-minute chart, this is almost identical to the price action at 12:15. You see how these candles have formed, and you got that selling pressure to the downside. That looks almost identical, guys. Keep that in mind. A lot of times when you see those patterns, they kind of play out on the chart, meaning that downside could be stepping in here. Because you see you got the bullish candle, indecision, bullish engulf, bullish hammer, and then more downside here, guys. So shorts here look more promising than the longs towards 269, chat. You get a strong candle closure, 5-minute chart. You would definitely be you have to be semi-short bias, right? Looking to the left up here where the rejection kind of printed before. Similar kind of candles kind of forming. So it can repeat, make no mistake about it. Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't be looking for longs until we break above 303, to be honest. Inside of this box, in my opinion, we're just kind of faltering to go down to the downside, guys. 303 break, you're looking for longs. Until then, could be short potential back to the bottom of this box. $30 seconds left. Current candle, 5-minute chart. Crazy week this week, guys. We know PW was out in Cali. He'll be back next week. My daughter has an ear infection, but she slept pretty good last night. Hopefully that continues tonight. She doesn't like the antibiotics, though. I can tell you that. She was not having it. So shorts, in my opinion, that's the move here, guys. Shorts, as long as we stay below 300, that 303 level to the downside. Somebody's gonna say I didn't tell him. Well, I did. You need trend lines? Well, to each his own if you want to use them, right? So, yeah, look to the left up here, guys. That's where you're kind of getting that thought process from. All of a sudden, we're back below 269. Right? But we'll see. Heck of a week, if I say so myself. All right, there's 276, guys. Congrats. Who took the short there, guys? Who took the short to the downside? Saw the pattern kind of form looking on the left from the 5-minute chart. Who took that short? Drop a W in the chat if you took the short to the downside. You gotta love it. Still holding. Want a little bit more here, guys, on that short, right? Want to see if we'll get a little bit more of a drop to the downside. There it is. There's 372. You got to love it. You got to love it, guys. All right, there's 270, so that's over 15 points. We'll take it there, guys. We'll take it. You gotta love it. Leave on runner, yeah. Didn't want to leave a runner there though, to be honest, because that's, keep in mind, guys, that 270 is actually the daily candles kind of like level, so we've been having these bounces off of it. So what I would say is that if we can close below that 270 area, 269.75, then you could be looking for more downside towards the bottom of the box, right, in this 80-point range that we've been kind of playing around in. So saw a lot of W's in the chat. You gotta love it, guys. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. All right, so here it is again, right? So this is another attempt, chat. We need to close below that 269, and if we do that, look out to the downside to the bottom of that box. Make no mistake about it, guys. 25,220. What did I see on the chart? I saw the pattern that kind of played out where we had this similar price action that we had at 1210, where we had kind of like bullish candle and like kind of like a rejection pin bar and then more downside, right? We got to the bottom, right back to the bottom of the range. So that's what I saw here, chat. And so now, yeah, you would almost kind of anticipate more downside here, kind of flush McGush. Make no mistake about it, guys. You know, we lose, if we can lose 25,263, the 200 EMA on the 5-minute chart, you are targeting the bottom of this range. Kind of lines up with kind of going into market close. Thought process, who wants to kind of hold this going into the market close. This account's actually up $2,085. You gotta love that. Good job, chicken tender. Yeah, so all right, here it is, guys, right? So you're looking to see if we can stay below 25,263. If we do that, the momentum to the downside, look out, guys. Gonna probably more than likely pick up to the downside, right? Because that 200 EMA is a great kind of trending indicator where a lot of people use that, and it tends to kind of give you these reactions above or below it, right? So when prices and momentum, so just kind of keep that in mind. But either way, nice setup there, nice trade. It's kind of funny, right? Because we had somebody that was upset about me switching to the longs to take the long, and then I just took the shorts, right? Once it made sense for me to take shorts again, right? We saw looking to the left up here where the arrows are that we had a rejection the last time we were up here towards 25,300, guys. Saw the similar price action here, over here. Wanted to get short. Played out. So you gotta love it. W was up $2,900 before lunch, played during your lunch, gave back 2,000, up on the day, 15,000 now. Have a good day. Have a good week, D-Money. Hey, congrats. But I don't hit buy or sell for anybody, guys. So, but congrats on the profits. You did all the work. I didn't do anything. So. What's the point of your live streams if you don't take a stand? I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean by that? Oh man, you gotta love it. He better not take a stand. It's not a signal service. Exactly. Oh, about buy or sell. Yeah. So this is not a signal service. This is not a signal service, chat. Right. So. So, got word that Warbucks is live, guys, with some stock accounts. So I have some of those. We're going to be rolling with Warbucks. Make no mistake about it next week, chat. Stay tuned. If you guys were kind of rocking out with me this morning, you saw that my Bitcoin position is currently green. Up about $123, right? I'm going to let this thing kind of ride out. I do feel like there's more upside to kind of come here on Bitcoin, guys. So I'm going to let that ride. Next week, I'll be trading some stocks. Make no mistake about it on Warbucks BTC, guys. So stay tuned for that. I know you saw probably my IG post. I had it in my story as well that was coming. So it looks like we are kind of rolling now. So I'm excited for that. Make no mistake about it. You gotta love it. You help us out even though it's not a signal service. Yeah. But as far as somebody kind of saying that, you know, like saying like, oh yeah, hit buy, hit sell, like that's never gonna happen, guys, on stream. Like that's not, we're not licensed to do that, right? So you hit buy or sell yourself. You know, you got to make your own decisions. So all right, guys. So, hey, we got it here. Don't you worry. Looks like Warbucks is not playing, guys. The easiest place to trade stocks. You gotta love it. So this is the new layout here with stocks included, guys. So it is officially rolling here. Obviously, Warbucks has paid out over $500,000. Make no mistake about it. And you're able to trade stocks now, chat, which is cray with little Ray. The reality is, obviously, you're going to click on the equities page. And this would be what you would be selecting, guys, right? Because it's not crypto. And you got multiple account sizes to choose from here. You got 5,000 up to 200K. And you got plenty of options here to kind of choose from, guys, right? So you got accounts starting as cheap as $36. Which is cray with little Ray for the 5K account, up to 200K, guys, which is $11.20, right? So and that's one-step funding. So obviously you have add-ons here, chat, as well. Pretty cool layout here. I'm liking the layout, not gonna lie. So you even have a kind of like stock market countdown, kind of telling you how long we got in the market. So next week I will be obviously trading some stocks, guys. Make no mistake about it. You can kind of see here it talks about trading the top blue chip stocks with Warbucks. And I'm definitely interested in Nvidia, guys. But you can kind of see how the layout is here. It's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Warbucks stocks, trade the top stocks listed on US exchanges with real-time market data. You gotta love it. You got Nvidia, Apple, Tesla, Google. Who else is rocking like this, chat? This is Cray Cray with Lil Ray Ray. So I will be, make no mistake about it, loading up me some accounts, and I will be trading some stocks next week. Stay tuned. Had a few DMs. People were like, hey, D-Money, when is it going to be live? When am I going to be allowed to trade equities? Well, you got your answer. It's live now, chat. Let's go. So you're lock and loaded for next week. I am ready. D-Money, what's your favorite stock? I would say probably Apple, just because I'm an Apple. Guys, I'm a believer that you need to probably trade something that you, or invest in something like, you know, you're talking stocks and trading it, whatever the case may be, right? It probably needs to be something that you are invested in, things that you kind of believe in, guys. I've had an iPhone since the iPhone 3GS, chat. So you can call me a fanboy, you can laugh at me, you can do whatever, right? But once you're part of the ecosystem, it's hard to kind of step away from that. So for me, that's what it is. So I love Apple stock, obviously Nvidia stock as well. So I am definitely excited to get this rolling next week, chat. How cool is this? You gotta love it. Now, what I will say from a platform standpoint, guys, I love GUI Pro because it's trading view charts. I mean, it's cray cray with Lil Ray Ray, guys. So why would you know, obviously the majority of people out there, they're used to trading on trading view, right? Charting on trading view, I'll say that. So why would you not want to use it? So I will be taking advantage of this next week. Make no mistake about it, guys. We got less than 10 minutes for the market to be open. And that's the news of the day, to be honest, guys, is that you're able to trade equities on Warbucks. So if you're wondering what Warbucks is, it's basically, it's a prop firm where you're able to trade crypto. And now, as of today, you're able to trade stocks. Come on, man. Cray cray with Lil Ray Ray. So, have I ever had a Nokia phone? No, I have not. I'll take that back. I don't want to lie to you. I think I've had a Nokia phone probably in high school. So it's been a while, guys. So keep an eye out next week, chat. I know I'll be rocking out with these, trading some equities. I'm sure PW will as well. So stay tuned for next week. More to come, as always. From the BDH and Warbucks, you gotta love it. LG phone. I don't know LG. I'm not gonna lie, Chad. I was one of those guys that Chad, that basically kind of stayed away from the iPhone initially. Like, I was like, oh, Samsung has a iPhone killer, right? Like, because I had Sprint, chat, back in the day. As the market kind of hangs out in this area, we're kind of stuck in a range here, guys, right? It's kind of building up, maybe kind of going into the last like 5 minutes or so, kind of stuck in the range here, getting tighter. But yeah, I was the guy that was like, oh, Samsung is better than iPhone, right? And I had Sprint, guys, at the time, and Sprint did not offer the iPhone. This is back in the day. They didn't offer it, guys. So I had to go with something else, and they kind of marketed the Samsung. I think it was called the Samsung Instinct phone, guys. You can look it up. It was supposed to be the iPhone killer, and I got it, guys. I was all excited, and the thing kept freezing up, and I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like, what's going on with this phone? And they're like, oh, you know, there's some bugs that got to be worked out and like all this stuff. I'm like, man, you know what? I'm done. I took the phone back, guys. Took it back to the Sprint store. Went to Apple and got the iPhone 3GS, and I've had an iPhone ever since, guys. And I pretty much upgrade every year. So that's just my story. Everybody's gonna have their opinion. Everybody's gonna, you know, have their preference. But and it's crazy because my daughter, she's like 2.5 now, right? So but she has a iPad, guys. Obviously she watches all her YouTube Kids, you know, things on there. Like, it's like crazy. It's like 2.5 years old, she has an iPad already. So cray Willow Ray. The Note was the iPhone killer back in the day. Yeah, I guess not really though, right? If you look at the revenue and what Apple has kind of blossomed into. But they put Snapdragon processors in the phone I got. Yeah, I did the same with the Apple iPhone. You did the same with the Apple iPhone and you returned it the same day. Yeah. It just, for me, it works, chat, right? Ecosystem. Obviously, I got an iPad Pro at home. So if I'm copy trading at home, chat, I have an iPad Pro with, what is it, the M4 processor, M3 processor. So no issues at all trading using TradeAway Prop to copy trade my Apex accounts, right? 20 accounts, no issues. Right. So before that, I had an iMac. So kind of set up. But yeah, I'm stuck, guys. I'm not leaving. I'm never leaving. DMONEY don't play when it comes to Apple. Yeah, everybody has their preference though, guys. We all know that, right? You have your right to kind of it's always funny because people kind of get passionate and fired up about it as price tries to continue to sell off here to the downside. You had a kind of like an indecision candle, 5-minute chart, and now you're getting some follow through, looks like, to the downside. Coming up on that last 4 minutes, guys, and pretty solid short that I kind of called out. Felt pretty good about it, right? We know that looking immediately to the left, a lot of times these patterns play out, guys, where you get a rejection off a level, you look to the left immediately, and it's similar kind of price action, right? So that trade definitely worked to the downside. Now you're getting a battle though. This is kind of chop battle between the bulls and the bears. You got long wicks top and the bottom of these candles. So yeah, only AT&T had the iPhone. Really, I was with Sprint and rocked the LG rumor slide with the keyboard slide out. Oh man, you guys, who remembers the Nokia like flip phone? That was the phone to get. I think Ginger definitely had a Nokia flip phone, chat. She definitely had a flip phone. The Razor, guys. You guys, who remembers the Razor? The Nokia Razor phone. Ginger said a Nokia 36. Who remembers the Razor phone, guys? The silver Razor. That thing was a problem back in the day, chat. That was the phone. You felt like you were on top of the world. Oh man, the Motorola Chirp. Yep. Oh, man. Somebody said they got one right now. Cortez. You got to love it. BlackBerry, yeah, the BlackBerry was popping back in the day as well, chat. When you write, you're right. The BlackBerry was popping back in the day as well, guys. You're just getting kind of like a chop fest going into the close. This is expected, chat, right? We know that, and the funny thing is we're kind of hanging out right above that daily high from yesterday, 25,269. You got to love it, chat. Looking like we're setting up for a nasty close here. Kind of like, right, we had some week action the last 3 or 4 or 5 minute candles. Not much to write home about. Happy though that, hey, at the end of the day, chat, on a chop day, a lot of indecision in the market. Accounts green, up $2,100. We'll take it, guys. And we'll keep it pushing, right? Next week is a new week. We had a lot of chop this week. Didn't want to copy trade because, we've had a lot of indecision in the market, right? And the open today was a little strange. You had CPI, kind of a pop pre-CPI, then all of a sudden CPI was kind of flat. We were stuck in that range for a little bit. Kind of broke out to the downside. Now we're ranging again, guys. Look at this range that we're stuck in. So this is some nasty price action. So sometimes you got to play it smart and take what you can get and be content. I'm glad DMONEY decided to join the BDH. Well, so on that note, guys, listen, at the end of the day, I'm blessed to be here, guys. I was granted the opportunity to be here, and I'm thankful for the opportunity. I don't take it for granted, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in to the streams, because without you guys tuning in and supporting me, I would not be here. So I appreciate the support, guys. I don't take it for granted. The likes, the engagement. I like to have fun with you guys. So, hey, that's why I always say this is my dream job, chat. I literally get to come in and do what I love doing on a daily basis. Not many people can say that, chat. A lot of people wake up and they're grinding. They're going to a job that they hate. They're going to a job that they just do because, it's paying the bills and, whatever the case may be. I literally get to go to a job that I love doing, guys, and I mean that 100%. I don't take it for granted, chat. So I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys rocking out. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, we rock out Monday through Friday, no later than 9 a.m. Just trying to make a little monies. Have fun this weekend with Lil Ray Ray. Yeah, I'm actually, I got my daughter, chat. I got my daughter today, and I got her tomorrow, Sunday. She's back with the baby mama. Make no mistake about it. So, hopefully she's feeling a little better. I'm having a hard time, guys, with this antibiotic, the amoxicillin. So if you guys have any tricks or tips on how to get her to take it, because yesterday she was not having it, guys. I'm gonna try to put it in her apple juice tonight. Make no mistake about it. But she's not having it. Chocolate milk. Oh, I mean that might not be a bad idea. Chocolate milk. Put in cereal. Yeah, she doesn't really do cereal, but I usually have the pharmacist flavor it up. Oh man, where were you earlier? Live True Peak. Live True Peak, where were you earlier when I've been going through this these trials and tribulations with getting her to take it? That's a good idea. Honestly, I didn't pick it up. Her mom picked it up, but that's a good idea. That's I'll be honest, chat. I didn't know that they can do that. So that's a good idea. Crush it and put it in her favorite drink. No, it's a liquid. It's liquid. Mr. Kevin, any more kids in the future? D-Money. I'll put it like this, man. Listen. They are a lot of work, guys, and obviously you love your kid. So I love my daughter, but it's a lot of work. But you know, never say never. But I would think that I mean I've learned a lot, obviously, from the prior relationship. So, you know, it definitely has to be the right lady. I'll say that. So priorities got to match and like all that stuff, guys. Usually they come flavored already. I mean, I'm sure it has like some kind of, well, whatever flavor it is, she doesn't like it. I'll tell you that. So I want to go out with Big B. So you want to go, Philip, you want to go out with Big Brawley, man? Hey, shoot your shot. Tell her if she takes it, she can have one M&M. Yeah, I know, I know, right? You got to love it. Put it in cane sauce. Come on, man. Who said that? JL1727, we're going to give you a 10-second timeout, sir. Trying to get my daughter addicted to the cane sauce at an early age. I mean, that definitely qualifies for a 10-second timeout there. Unreal. Unreal. You got to love it. Grape, cherry, or strawberry are the flavors from the pharmacy. Okay, yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys helping me out, chat, because I'll definitely I'm gonna tell her mom. I honestly didn't know that we could recommend that, so or request that from the pharmacy. So look, bro, I'm originally an Arab, but I joined this broadcast by mistake. Goodbye. Yeah, we're gonna make sure that you never come back because we're gonna send you permanently to the VIP, sir. So you gone. Gotta love it. You gotta be kidding me. Come on, man. Oh man. My daughter just turned 1 and my baby mom is a maniac, bro. I feel your pain. Yeah, I'm not here to throw salt, guys. I'm not gonna air out the laundry here on the stream. You know, I'm not trying to get beat up. She might be listening, but hey, you know, if you guys see me with a black eye on Monday, chat, if you see me with a black eye on Monday, the baby mama was listening to the stream and I got beat up. I got assaulted, so you gotta love it. D, you're a great guy, but what happened with the giveaway? Yeah, we had the giveaway. We listed the 5 account winners across the screen, so you probably missed it. You get an email. You typically get an email as well, notification. But yeah, we had them across the top of the screen. Oh man. D-Money, put the syringe in the corner of her mouth, not the center. Always works. Oh, that's a good idea. But the problem is she sees it coming. Like, how do you? She sees it coming and she closes her mouth, guys. Like, it's like, but I'm gonna try that. That's a good idea. The corner of her mouth. You gotta love it. Obviously, she's a mom. Shout out to Hair. Is it Hair Shells 0607 for the great comment there. More to come on the Warbucks setup there, guys. I know there's questions, FAQs. We're going to have all that. We'll be rolling that out next week. So just kind of stay tuned for that. Be patient, guys. More to come as we dig deeper into it next week. I'm a mom too. There has to be an incentive involved. Yeah, I mean, clearly. Clearly, chat. Have a great weekend. Yeah, you too. So you can take it back to the pharmacy. Yeah, the farm. So it's like 30 minutes from. That's gonna be a lot, but so I don't think that's gonna happen. But 30 minutes from, I gotta, you know, a little drive to go pick her up, and then that would be kind of. I didn't bring it obviously here to the BDH, so I would have to go get that and then pick her. It's too much. So, but I'm gonna try to be creative tonight, chat. I'm gonna try the suggestions that were put in the chat. You gotta love it, guys. You guys are helping me with my parental kind of hurdles here. So appreciate all the moms in the chat that have some good suggestions. Hey, I'm gonna try it. Do you trade any other concepts such as ICT, SMC, or just pure price action? Yeah, just pure price action. I'm a momentum trader, so that's it. I don't trade ICT or SMC. Looking for momentum in the market, and I'm trying to join the party in that direction. Stoic Warrior, missed the PM. How did you do? Yeah, I'm up. The account's green. It's up over 2,000. So it's up. The account's up almost $2,100, guys. So we'll take it. Seriously, Google the medicine juice box trick. Yeah, I'll take a look. I'm open for any suggestions, guys, because I'm like a little nervous about tonight because she needs to take the antibiotic. She has the ear infection. So without taking that, you know, that can be kind of prolonged and could get worse. So definitely a little concerned about it. Not gonna lie. So I'm definitely gonna try your suggestions tonight. Cray with Lil Ray Ray. So you had a pretty tame kind of like, right? You had a pop to the upside to that 300 level, had a retracement back to 200. And then it looks like just more upside right back towards the top of the range. Market is closed except for extended hours. So apart from the live streams, do you have any videos to show your exact trading strategy, please? There's content up on the page that you're currently on, right? So go to the video section. You'll see the we have some content uploaded there, guys. You can take a look. Short videos and some longer videos as well. You're able to take a look at. And I dropped my socials earlier, chat. Keep in mind though, there's I haven't, you know, people get that, you know, they're like, oh, do you do one-on-ones? Is there mentorship? I do no, guys. I stream Monday through Friday, and I try to disconnect outside of streaming, right? You got to have a life outside of your job, guys. And right, got my daughter and all of that stuff, so there's no time for that, to be honest. And to be honest, there's really no need for you to pay for that when we rock out Monday through Friday. It's a free stream. So NCR, just treat the stream as your one-on-one mentorship. Hey, if that's, you know, I mean, I would like to say that we definitely take pride, myself and PW, I'm referring to, guys, obviously, in trying to add value to the space, the trading space out there, which means that we try our best to kind of make sure that we're kind of analyzing the market and kind of talking through what we're looking for. Doesn't mean that every trade's going to work out, guys. Doesn't mean that we're going to bat 100%. Doesn't mean that in full transparency, right? Doesn't mean that we're going to be able to get every account to a payout. That would be that's not going to happen, right? The percentages are what they are from a payout standpoint and all that. But we're definitely going to try our best to kind of add value to the space, guys. And I think obviously that's going to continue. So, but it doesn't mean that we're going to always get it right. Doesn't mean every trade's going to work. I think that's why there's, sometimes there's kind of like an expectation that, PW's in a trade, it has to, let's see, it has to work, or DMONEY's in a trade, it has to work. Like, guys, there's going to be some trades that they just don't work out. I mean, that's just how it is, right? That's trading in a nutshell. No strategy is going to be 100%. So if you have that unrealistic expectation, you're kind of setting yourself up for some disappointment. So you guys saw that today. There's, took a short that didn't work out, was able to capitalize on a long, and then once price kind of made sense to go short, I got short, and it worked, right? So that's just how it is. Try to be nimble in the market, guys. Try to pivot in the market. If there's nothing worse than kind of fighting momentum. Right? There's nothing worse than fighting the momentum. I had to learn that the hard way, guys. Because sometimes you're so stubborn, right? Like, oh, it has to do this. It has to, drop to this level, etc. And then all of a sudden, the account's gone. So yeah, PW will be back Monday, chat. So obviously he was out in Cali this week handling some business. It looks like he's I know he got fitted for a new race suit, and he's racing some trucks out there, so you gotta love that, or at least practicing, probably getting ready for the 500. You gotta love it. Is 40 trades too much per day? Oh man, 40? Like 40? Oh man, 40, is that listen, I would probably say that's a lot of trades. That is a lot of trades. That is a lot. Somebody said looks like me every time I'm tilted. Yeah, I mean, we're all human, chat, right? We're all human. So I'm going to call it here, guys. I'll be back Monday. Not sure the schedule as of yet, because I know PW will be back on Monday, guys. So keep an eye out for the channel, and you'll kind of get an idea of what the schedule looks like for Monday, kind of at some point over the weekend, right? So you got to love that. So never fear. Monday will be here, and we'll be back again trying to make a little money. So have a good weekend, guys. Stay safe. And I'm going to go head to go get my daughter and figure out what we're having for dinner. So I'll be back on Monday. Until then, we gone.